love, compassion, kindness all lead to better feelings. And isn't that what religion is about? Isn't that what Mother Teresa is about? The pain is very hard to tolerate. And you are a siren, you can hold it. You can feel your pain, and the pain you feel, and the pain you even pick up for others if you're sensitive like me. And it just expands you instead of blocking you, and allows you to move into desire, want, sexual energy, which is such an expansive energy, such a gift. Such a gift, not something to hold back, not a strategy to be used with men, something that is meant for you to touch higher levels of consciousness, literally. If you've ever had huge, intensive orgasms, you know that you're getting closer to God. You're getting closer to all that is. You're getting closer to the bigness of the expansion of what senses can give for you, what humans are capable of. So don't let anybody talk to you about sex and relationship and using it as a strategy. It's just insane. You want a man who gets you on so many levels. And if you've been married for a long time, you might not have that. So you get right now, like, it's my job to open myself up to my husband who doesn't see things the way I do, but he certainly loves me. So my embarrassment and wanting to hold myself small, is what makes me feel not good. So you want to open up, which means you have to face it first. You got to know that you're feeling bad, and you got to feel bad. And then you got to find, what do you want to feel? You want to feel love, right? You want to feel love from yourself. You want to feel love from the world, and you want to feel love from other people. Of course, they feed you. They're food, they're emotional food. Of course, you want people who want to love you. That is a good want. Don't tell yourself that's bad, to answer the question that I got before. Wanting love is a good thing. But as soon as you want love because you feel bad about yourself and you're not loving yourself, that's a big aha. You gotta go with it. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love others. You gotta feel compassion for yourself if that's what you want, right? You gotta open up the funnel. So that's where everything in Modern Siren is about that, right? Kissing trees. It's all about opening it up in here, okay? So when you get to the point where I want love from a man, what'll happen is you will immediately start going, no, I don't think that'll work. When you encounter a man who does not have that quality, he does not have the ability to give love, and you are not the person he wants to give it to. You'll just sidestep him and say, oh, you belong with her or somebody else, not me. And you will open yourself up until, like Naomi Thompson is an amazing story. After giving up the next day, he showed up, the man who wanted to love her. My husband wanted to love me. Every once in a while I go, what? Why me? Because that voice in me still exists. And I just go, oh, I love you, honey. You think you didn't deserve it. And, it's just a thought. I can't even say you deserve it. What does that mean? It's just that, hey, you got it. It must have meant something. It must have been right if you got that love. Find your wants, write those out. So journal all that stuff out. Stop journaling the little details. Blech. Just go, I want that, and I'm feeling all this grief and pain. Write out your pain, or write out the grief, or spew it out, Instead of, when you watch TV and narratives that have narratives like movies and stories and stuff, watch how you react to them. Are you taking it in? Are you taking that story in? Are you starting to, do you transform into a higher level of feeling good, like hopefully the characters do? Or are you going into a deeper morass as the characters do? I suggest you don't watch the news, and I suggest you don't watch movies where characters are going downhill. How can that possibly be helpful to you right now? I don't want you to choose going downhill into pain. And I realize what I said might be confusing. I want you to feel the pain and identify the pain you feel. I don't want you to choose a bad feeling place to live in. I want you to know that by feeling these bad feelings that you feel and honoring them and loving them and embracing them and embracing the voice that is crying inside you and crying for others inside you, that instead of moving to hate and anger, well, you're going to move to hate and anger. Yeah, go there. Hate and anger and everything. But instead of living there and choosing those things, just choose the ones that feel good. None of those feel good. They feel better than the worst. Anger feels way better than pain. But I'm going to tell you, happy and love and wanting love and sharing love feels a lot better. So don't just skip the other levels. Feel them all. You got a big space, right? You got a big, 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 huge repository of emotions and energies. Be a siren and embrace it all. So I think I should take questions now. Is this something that you are interested in? Because most of my tools are based in it. Would this be something that would be of interest to work on your own energy levels and your own spiritual levels with? Write me in the contents, write me in the comments. Ask me about your own specific thing, and perhaps on our Siren Island membership program, which is a course really where everything that is modern Siren gets worked out with you in live classes and in writing and in materials. We could do like a monthly class based on this if it's something that interests you. Otherwise, we're going to focus on scripting, which is the words. We're going to focus on what do you want, and we're going to focus on the specifics in your relationship and solving your situation. This is a bigger thing. I don't call it inner work. I call it your relationship to what you feel is spiritual and creating your spiritual life so that you feel better.
This has just been fabulous. This has been so wonderful. All of the siren concepts I just kind of feel them being sewn together because like these are all of the aspects of ourselves and all of the feminine energy where we're getting into our emotions. We're learning to trust that it is okay to feel our way through, and that is the way to have what we want, is through feeling our way through. Now, and I love that you really started this whole conversation with, we're finding how it feels to be you. And you're not you when you're in pain. You're not you when you are, when that's what's speaking. It's the pain speaking through you. It's the fear that's speaking through you. It's the discomfort that speaks through you. And every now and again we have these light bulb moments where we're like, you know what? I realize I am feeling very, very grouchy, and I know that I love you with all my heart and my soul, and yet with all of the pain that I'm feeling, you're only going to, that's all that's coming out of me. That's all that's coming out of me right now, is just the grumpiness. I love you so much, and until my body starts feeling a little better, I can't promise to be I can't promise to be the me that I want to be for you and for me.
May
Comment.
I address that? Because that was genius. What you're saying, and I think that this could be very confusing. If you're in a place where you're feeling a lot of pain and grief, that is wonderful. And if you are there and you're at a party and you just can't, I don't want you to feel like you're just going to move to partiness. I want you to feel the pain and the grief. And I promise you this, if you are aware, like Natalina just demonstrated, I'm in that place. I'm in that feeling state, and I'm feeling all these things, but I am so aware I do not need to be in that state of being. In other words, I am not grouchy state of being where I can't be anything else because I'm unaware. As soon as you become aware, you are in a state of being of feminine energy. You are in a state of being wholly you, and you are aware that you're feeling strongly in a very upset way and you are processing feelings. In that moment, you just step away and say, I need to go and process. I don't feel like being at a party right now. But the awareness puts you in a very aware state of being where you are whole. You are simply processing emotions. I hope that makes sense. Whereas most people that you meet who are grouchy are not aware that they are in the state of being of this low energy grouchiness and having chosen just to stay there without being aware of it. Does that make any sense? Awareness being the key here.